Your chatbot just quoted a refund policy you've never had. It sounded certain, it sounded official, and it was completely made up. The fix isn't a smarter model, it's letting the AI read your files before it answers. That fix has a name: RAG. Let's name it properly. RAG stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation. 3 words, and they're the whole idea in order. Retrieval: go and find the relevant bits of your documents. Augmented: add those bits to the question. Generation: let the AI answer using them. That's it. RAG is the AI looking something up in your stuff before it opens its mouth. Now, why does this matter so much? Remember the foundation from lesson 1? A language model is a predictor, not a database. It doesn't store your facts, it generates the most likely sounding words. So, out of the box, it's answering your question from a blurry memory of the whole internet. And none of that memory is yours. Your prices, your policies, last week's decision, it never saw them. RAG changes what's in front of them at the moment it answers. It doesn't retrain the model, it doesn't make it cleverer, it just hands it the right page at the right moment, so the most likely next words become the words in your document. In 3 steps, here's the whole shape. Your question goes in, the system finds the relevant bits of your documents, the AI answers from them. Hold that shape, because we're about to unpack every step. Here's the picture that makes it click. Think about 2 ways to sit an exam. The first is closed book. You walk in with nothing but your memory, you're brilliant on the things you revised, and on everything else, you bluff. You write something that sounds like an answer, because a blank page scores 0. That's a plain AI. Closed book, confident even when it's guessing. The second is open book. Same student, same brain, but now they're allowed to bring the textbook and look up the answer before they write it. The difference isn't intelligence, it's access. That's all RAG is. It turns a closed book AI into an open book one. But here's the part that matters for you. It's not a generic textbook. It's your textbook. Your support docs, your contracts, your handbook, your product manual. So when a customer asks about your refund window, the AI isn't reaching into a foggy memory of the internet. It's reading your actual policy and answering from the page. Closed book guesses, open book quotes. RAG hands it the book. So let's walk the actual mechanism. 4 steps, and they map straight onto the name. Step 1, the question comes in. A customer or you asks something. What's our refund window? Step 2, retrieval. Before the AI sees the question, the system goes and searches your documents for the passages most likely to hold the answer. Not the whole library, just the handful of paragraphs that actually match. And it's not a crude keyword match, it searches by meaning. So a question about getting my money back can still find a passage titled refunds. There's a whole mechanism under that called embeddings, and it's a deep dive of its own. For today, just hold this. It finds the relevant pages. Step 3, augmentation. This is the clever, almost embarrassingly simple bit. The system takes those passages and pastes them into the prompt, right alongside your question. So the model now sees, here's the customer's question, and here are the 3 paragraphs from the company's own policy. Answer using these. Step 4, generation. Now the model does the only thing it ever does. Predicts the most likely next words, but the facts are right in front of it. So the most likely answer is the true one. It's reading, not recalling. And here's the thing to really sit with. We never touched the model. We didn't retrain it. We didn't make it smarter. We changed what it could see at the moment it answered. That's the entire trick. The intelligence was always there. RAG just stopped it from working from memory and pointed it at the page. Let's make it concrete. Same support bot, same customer, two worlds. Without RAG, the customer asks, "What's your refund window?" The AI has never seen your policy, so it predicts the internet's most common answer, 30 days, and says it with total confidence. But the issue is, your real policy is 14. You've just promised double in writing. With RAG, same question, but now before answering, the system searches your uploaded policy docs, finds the paragraph that says refunds are accepted within 14 days of delivery, and pastes it into the prompt. The AI reads it and replies, "Our refund window is 14 days from delivery," and it can even quote the line it used. Same model, same question. The only thing that changed was what it could see. So pull apart what just happened. 1. It grounded the answer, pulled the real policy instead of a memory. 2. It answered from your facts, not the statistical average of everyone else's. 3. It can show its source, point it to the exact passage so you can check it in a second. And now scale it past one question. Point the same system at your whole knowledge base. Every product spec, every HR policy, every past support ticket. And you've got an assistant that answers from your truth, around the clock, with the receipts attached. That's the jump that RAG unlocks. From an AI that sounds like your business to one that actually knows it. Now, RAG is powerful, but it's not magic. And the failures are sneaky because the answer still looks grounded. Garbage in, RAG answers from the documents you give it. If your policy doc is out of date, the AI will confidently quote the wrong policy, perfectly, word for word. It's only as good as what you feed it. Retrieval misses. If the search grabs the wrong passage or finds nothing relevant, the model is back to guessing. A bad fetch quietly becomes a confident, ungrounded answer. It can still overreach. Hand the model the right passage and it can still add a detail that isn't in it, stitching the facts together with a guess. Grounding shrinks hallucination, but it doesn't switch it off. It only knows what you indexed. If a document was never added to the system, RAG can't retrieve it. And the AI won't say, "I'm missing that." It will just answer without it. So the honest version is this. RAG dramatically narrows the gap where hallucinations live. It doesn't seal it. The retrieved source habit, "show me the passage you used," is still your safety net for anything that matters. So when should you actually reach for RAG, and when is it overkill? Reach for RAG when the answer lives in your documents and changes over time. Support that quotes live policies. An assistant over your internal wiki. Anything where being wrong about your own facts is the expensive failure. If you find yourself copy and pasting the same documents into the chat every single time, that's RAG waving at you. RAG is just automating the paste intelligently at scale. You don't need it when the job doesn't depend on private changing facts. Drafting an email, brainstorming names, summarizing a document you've already pasted in. For a one-off, pasting the file straight into the chat is a tiny manual RAG. You only need the real machinery when it's many documents, many times. And the one trap to dodge, people hear the AI doesn't know our stuff and reach for fine-tuning. retraining the model on their data. For facts, that's usually the wrong tool. Facts change, retraining is slow and costly, and a fine-tuned model can still misremember. RAG keeps your facts in a document you can edit in seconds. Change the policy and the next answer's already correct. We'll pit these two head to head in a later lesson. The rule of thumb: facts that move, you retrieve. Style that stays, you train. So, 3 things to carry out of this. 1. RAG is Retrieval-Augmented Generation. Find the right bits of your documents, add them to the question, and let the AI answer from them. Open book, not closed book. 2. It doesn't make the model smarter. It changes what the model can see. Same brain, grounded answer. 3. It narrows hallucination but doesn't end it. Feed it good docs and still ask it to show its source. Now, RAG works by stuffing your documents into the prompt every single time, which sounds free, but it isn't. Next, we have tokens, which is what AI actually costs, and why RAG is the thing that quietly runs up the bill.